I think my mindset going into the game is play defense. I think when I turn my brain on and tell myself to play defense, offense starts to come. But I think that's like a collective thing for all of us. And I think we've said time and time again, hang our hat on defense. And I think my defense got my offense going tonight. I was just in the right place at the right time.
A question for Ezi. Over here on your left.
Sorry.
It seemed like you guys came into that game collectively with a ton of defensive intensity, just effort plays, throughout that first half, and I think were able to wear you down to some degree. Just how would you describe the intensity you guys brought into it, and how tough it is to defend their depth when they have so many different scorers?
Yeah, I think Joy kind of said it like, she came in with a defensive mindset. I think a lot of our offense stems from our defense. So when we're being aggressive, when we're getting deflections, when we're um, playing help defense, I feel like that just triggers our offense. So, we want to do that. We want to do that throughout all four quarters. And I think we did a great job of starting the game like that. But obviously they have great players. So just figuring out how to stop. Obviously Jackie had a great game. I think that, it doesn't stem down to one person. It's team defense. So just figuring out how to lock her up.
As the third quarter, can you describe exactly what happened as much as you can remember without looking at the film?
I mean, they had a 30-point quarter, and that's not what we want to give teams. It's obviously this a second time we've done that with a team, and I think when we can sustain the aggression defensively throughout all four quarters, then we put ourselves in great positions to win. I think we did a great job of coming back in the fourth quarter and obviously just getting, good shots, making, big stops. Joy came in and had really good minutes as well, kind of leading that. But yeah, I think just being better in the third quarter.
And then you did come back in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned, but just falling short. What do you take away from this, if anything?
Just knowing, I guess, that we can come back, we can make big plays, putting ourselves in positions to score. It shouldn't come down to the last play or the last couple of plays. So I think just taking it away that we, need to have a better third quarter. Yeah.
For either of you, talking a bit more about the third quarter. What was sort of the mentality of the team like in that quarter? Did it feel like effort had dropped off a little bit, or what were you thinking and feeling during that third quarter going into the fourth quarter?
I mean, I can't really speak for the whole team. I think just, obviously players got going. I think when we play team defense, that's when we play our best basketball. So, yeah, I know for me, just trying to figure out how to, get deflections, get stops, and kind of transition into offense that way. Because shots are not always going to drop, but I think you can always make an effort defensively. So I feel like that was a lot of our thoughts in the third quarter, just figuring out how we can, I guess, get stops and get offense that way.
Ezi, I'm just wondering in terms of the game flow, obviously both you and the Aces have a lot of paint defense coming in. You guys shot really well around the rim, but it seemed like the short jumpers, I guess, just outside of that, were struggling to fall. What did you feel like was the real difference in terms of, how that has gone this game versus the other games you've played Figs in the past, trying to get a rhythm with them?
You mean playing against like teams with bigger posts?
Specifically with the Asian.
Okay. Yeah. I think we do a great job of getting points in the paint, not just post players, but I feel like our guards do a great job of getting downhill as well. And obviously when you have players like Kia, like Asia, who are shot blockers, you find other ways to score. I think our guards and, Neka, Joy, they did a great job of, reading the defense. So if the layup or the shot under the basket isn't there, I feel like we have players that can make those shots. So yeah, just taking what the defense gives us.
No, right. Just at certain points of the game, it seemed like there were a lot of just crucial turnovers and timely moments. Why is it just so important, obviously, against a team like this who can sort of score in bunches to just take care of the ball and sort of cut down again on those turnovers?
I think every possession matters, and there were a few timely turnovers. I know I had a couple towards the end of the game, and I think just, figuring ways to kind of capitalize on because we're forcing turnovers as well. I think just when we're down the other end, figuring out how to capitalize on those plays offensively. So just getting better, like the mistakes that we can control.
For either of you, let's start with Ezi. How much does their chemistry and the amount of games they've played together, do you see the difference just because, you know, obviously you have players you have played with together, but what difference did that make in this game when a lot of those players have played multiple seasons together?
I don't think a huge difference. I feel like even though we are like a relatively new team, we still have built that chemistry, like throughout training camp, throughout the first 20, however many games we've played. Not taking anything away from Vegas, they've been together 3, 4, however many years. So I definitely think that helps, but definitely not using that as an excuse. Like I feel like we definitely match up well against them. But yeah, obviously the chemistry is there, so they know how to play well with each other. Obviously having Chelsea back, I feel like gets them going as well. But yeah, I feel like we match up well against them.
Question from Jeff Brown on Zoom. Just what was the message from the coaches after the game, Joyner?
Got 48 hours and we have another game. So just make sure, you know, feel how you want to feel and don't let it soak into tomorrow. We got another game that we got to play. So just be ready and don't make the same mistakes. But I think we're going to continue to hang our head on defense and we can have another team come in here and score 30 points in one quarter.
And then Ezi, just to wrap up with a question that's not specifically about today's game, but your thoughts playing in the Olympics and playing alongside of Lauren Jackson, especially what she means to the game in your mind.
Yeah, obviously LJ's back on the Australian team. I played with her in Brazil at the start of the year, and so I knew she was doing everything she could to be healthy for selection, and she's done that. So to be able to play with her again at the Olympics is pretty special. You guys have seen what she's done for Storm basketball, and I've seen what she's done for Australian basketball. So just to have her at the world stage again is exciting for me, especially. But I feel like just for women's basketball as well.
Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See everybody back here on Friday.